Hi there, Triple G here. Triple G stands for Granny's Got Her Groove. Granny's Got Her Groove. I am doing these videos to empower women to be able to defend themselves, have awareness, and not just knowledge, but to be able to know what to do. So that's what they're 15 minutes long. And so my goal is to cover a lot of different topics. Just tons of information I have for you. We will talk a lot about situational awareness, the shock moment, fear and panic, and when the brain scrambles, and what to do and how to counteract that. We have verbal ideas, we have personal security, personal protection devices, why I don't like stun guns or pepper spray, but we have other good gadgets too. Security for travel, technology, home, automobile, what to do in an active shooter situation. We'll also be covering myths and fears of firearms. And so when I say that, I know some of you want, but just a side note, cars actually kill a lot more people than guns do. And when you get into an accident, you don't blame the car, you blame the driver. And even though it has gasoline in the back and oil that can catch fire in the front, we still drive. And we still put our kids in the back. Interesting, huh? Okay, so the gal that just got recently was kidnapped for a couple weeks in California. And we can actually use her as an example of maybe what not to do. And it's all a bunch of babies because we don't have all the information yet. So was she in an out-of-way, jogging in an out, I can get to it, out of the way area? Did she have her earbuds in when she was distracted? Did she hear the car coming? Was she trying to be nice and helpful to them when maybe they had a problem or said they had a problem, the two women that supposedly kidnapped her? So was she standing too close to the car? So there's different things that she could have done maybe differently if she had had training. So criminals, they don't care about you. They only want three things. They want something that you have. They want to hurt you, rape you, or kill you. And you take those odds of 1 in 4, and so the fourth one, what's going to happen to that one? Those aren't good odds. If we had a disease that was going to hurt or disable us for the rest of our lives or possibly kill us, and there was a vaccine for it, we would get that vaccine. And yet, for some reason, we don't get trained in any self-defense classes and keep that up and keep practicing because we're not educated to do that. So I'm hoping to empower you to do all those things. Crime is up. We know that, don't we? All right, so the first thing that you need, we're going to cover 4 things today. The first thing is that you need is to make a decision. Am I going to be a victim or a survivor? Victims are going to let that person, the attacker, going to do anything they want with them. A survivor is going to fight. So, can you make that decision? Is that decision going to be yes? I know some of you out there, you're compassionate, very compassionate people. That's our doctors and nurses in that line of work. Can't make that decision. They go, no, I could never hurt anybody. We're not asking you to hurt anybody or just anybody. We're asking you to hurt somebody who attacks you. You do have the right to defend yourself. And you have a right to hurt that other person. You really do. You want to hurt them to get away. Awareness comes into avoidance, and we're going to talk a lot about awareness next time. But you really want to get away. You have to hurt them maybe to do that. So can you hurt somebody? What if you've got little ones that you're behind you or in the car with you or wherever you're at home? Wouldn't you protect those? Wouldn't you fight? then you need to know how to do that. You really do. And I'm hoping that this next video will help with that process. Because some of you, it's going to be right away. Yes, I'm going to fight. Well, of course I'm going to fight. Other ones, it's going to be, hey, I'm not going to do that. So we have a spectrum of people, views and emotions related, and thinking related to, can I hurt somebody? This video is very disturbing. Do not let children see it. This is an R-rated video because of the violence. So please do not let children see it. It is disturbing. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll talk about it later. One side note, down below, I don't want comments about what she should have done in the video. Could have, would have, should have. Because this was several years ago. All right, she's fine. This is several years ago, so don't comment about this. I would really rather have comments about how this affected you. Did this help you in your decision? All right, and what things are you going to do to prevent something like that happening? All right, so we're going to talk about that too. I mean, how we can prevent home invasions and what happens if they happen to get in. So here's the video.
After this. Around 10:30 Friday morning, the young mother of two was attacked by an intruder who did not care that she was unarmed and putting up no resistance, or that her little girl was in the room, watching her mother struggling with a stranger who kicked his way inside. During the assault, she made a conscious decision to take whatever the intruder dished out.
I knew that if I started screaming, my daughter would too, and I was afraid that she would get hurt. I took it. I didn't cry the entire time.
Nanny cam on the mantle captured the whole thing. Brutal punches and vicious kicks that sent her flying. At one point, he places her in a chokehold and slams her to the floor. Then he drags her away. You can hear the dread in her voice. "Oh no," she says, before he shoves her down the stairs.
What'd you think? Pretty bad. You hate to see that, and it's not a TV. That's the problem. We can watch that on TV and we're fine, but to see that somebody actually went through that, very difficult. She is okay. Did it help you? What did it do to you, your brain? Yeah, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. Anyway, I hope that helped you. Let's see, what do we do now? You know, obviously we want to avoid. We're gonna talk about avoiding areas at night. Bad part of town. If you know a convenience store that gets robbed quite a bit, then you're not gonna go in there. So it's just one of those things that you're going to be able to do. Pay attention to your surroundings. One of the other things that we say is pay attention to your surroundings. Mindset. We're going to talk about mindset. The awareness mindset to what it is. You know, when military go into combat, they have a combat mindset. Okay, they're always what? Alert, aware of everything that's going around them. Police are also. So they have, I don't know what you call it, street mindset maybe. But we need an awareness mindset. Easier said for some of us than it is. It's not easy for me. I live in my la-la land, I call it, because it's low level, and I don't think about being aware. So when I pull into the parking lot, I'm getting out, I'm running into the store because I'm on a mission. I get my stuff, I run back home, I'm on a mission, and I don't think about looking around. So when you pull in a parking lot, say you're going to use Walmart. Say you go into Walmart, and as you're pulling in, you're looking around. Is there anybody standing around? Is there a van next to me? And I'm not talking about the family van, I'm talking maybe a paneled van. I don't want to be parking next to that, even if it says painters on it. Don't want to be parking next to a panel van. So if there's somebody like in a hoodie standing there, a young man in a hoodie, then you might want to pull out and park someplace else. That's awareness, because you don't know if he's nice or just waiting for some family member inside the store. You don't know. Could be, but we don't know that. And so nowadays we have to take precaution and it's better to be safe. And sorry, that term will ring true in these kinds of things. The other thing I want to talk about is trusting your instinct. A lot of times, you know, we have that gut check and we dismiss it. Who does that? I do. I did. I don't anymore. But it's just something that we talk ourselves out of. If we have that gut check or gut instinct, like, oh, yeah, he might be dangerous, we talk ourselves out of it. I did that one time several years ago. Went to get out of an elevator, and for some reason the door opened. This man was standing there, and he didn't have a hoodie on. I mean, he was not bad, but for some reason, I don't know what it was, I had this fear come over me, and it's that gut check, and I'm just going, oh, that's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with him. He's probably a nice man, and who talks in the elevator anyway? And I didn't want to get on, but I would talk myself out of it. And then I even thought, what is he going to think if I just stand here? Who cares what he thinks? Oh my gosh, I did everything wrong. I should have just either walked away or stood there and say, I'll get you the next one. I don't care what, you shouldn't care what he thinks. Okay? He can think he has BO, I don't know. But so trust your gut instinct. Okay, second thing we have to do is get training. I want you to get training. Why? Because you need to know what to do. There's good training out there, there's poor training out there. You need training. 1 in 4 people get inoculated by taking some training and then continue to practice, or go back every year and take the same training so you can continue to remember and train and remember. And it's all about training. You know, police officers have to be trained, trained periodically. They go in and for their shooting tests, and they go in and get trained. And so you need to constantly keep up your training. All right. Let's see. The third thing is the fourth thing. We're on the fourth thing, muscle memory. And we talked a little bit about this muscle memory that you have to have. All right, you really need to have muscle memory, otherwise this moment is not gonna, you're not going to remember to do the certain things. So we need to practice. So let's see how much time I have left here. I'm playing with my phone. All right, I've got about 2 minutes left, which is a lot of time. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I need to go over? All right, so you need to make a decision. You need to get to training. And you need to practice and have muscle memory. And you need to be aware. Okay, so awareness is number 1. Play a game. Play a game with your kids. Play a game with your mind, saying, oh, I got to count how many people there were and who had a hat or who was wearing shorts. Of course, it's winter out now. Too many people up the north here wear shorts, but wear whatever. And, what color did he have on? Start practicing that, being aware of your surroundings. All right, so the rule is strike first, strike fast, and strike hard. Okay? Till next time, be safe.